If there's one thing you should listen to me on, it's product research. I've launched 28 products. Not a single one has failed. Every single one has made me profit. Other gurus might be better at listings, at PPC, SEO, etc. This is the video for you if you want to learn how to find products to sell on Amazon. I'm going to be holding nothing back, showing you step by step everything you need to do to launch on Amazon in 2023. And stick around until the end of this video. I'm going to be showing you a product that you could sell on Amazon today and be profitable with. So let's begin the product research. So the number one way to find winning products on Amazon is to actually come up with organic ideas on your own. So this is a complete hypothetical. If you brought, say, a battery, and this battery could recharge itself just by sitting out in the open air, whose product is going to sell better when a customer goes and finds your product that self-recharges versus the traditional battery? Of course, they're going to buy yours. So my point is, it doesn't matter about the competition, how many reviews they have, where they're ranking. If you can truly get a better product onto market with a reasonable price, you're going to start outselling the people that have an inferior product. So that's step one. The number one pillar of success on Amazon is bringing a better product to market than what's currently there. Now, I can already hear all the complaints. You're saying, well, I don't have some super amazing product idea. I don't have specialized knowledge. That's fine. We can still use software to find amazing product opportunities. But quickly, before we get into what to sell, I need to caution you on what not to sell. This is very important. And be sure to stick around to the end because, like I said earlier, I'm giving you a real-life example of what you can sell on Amazon today to profit. Okay, so firstly, you cannot sell trademarked goods. You cannot sell something with an NFL logo on it or something like that. And secondly, you need to be aware of patents. If some other product on there has a patent for their product and you infringe on that, they can get you kicked off Amazon. So if you don't know what a patent is, it's essentially them registering their idea with the government, and it gives them exclusive rights to sell this product. So double check that your product that you want to sell is not patented. Thirdly, you need to go into the Amazon restricted section. You can't sell things like lockpicks or lasers or anything like that. So just be careful that you go through that and check on what you can actually sell on Amazon. I also would not sell products for less than $8 or $9. At that point, your margins are extremely low and it's basically not worth your time. And then lastly, you absolutely must stay away from niches where all the top sellers are sold by Amazon itself. It's very tough to compete with Amazon. They have margins that you'll never be able to compete with, so stay away from those. Product research is the most important stage of selling on Amazon. You have to put the hours in. You have to kill this stage. Now, I get it. 20 to 25 minute videos, they aren't the norm these days. You want a 5-minute quick video, but just keep in mind, if you can't stick all the way through this video, how are you ever going to stick through the month it takes to build a successful business? Keep focused. Okay, so let's say, for example, you don't have some amazing idea yet, but maybe you want to use a software to generate ideas or to find products with good numbers. Now, the main two softwares in the category are Helium 10 and Jungle Scout. I do have discounts for both of those in the description below. These are basically filters that go through Amazon's entire catalog and sort for products that you've specifically told them to show you. All right, so now you're inside my screen. For this example, we'll be using Helium 10, which is my preferred software. As much as I love Jungle Scout, Helium 10 is better these days. And as you can see, we're in the tools section on Black Box. And this is where we put all these different filters, and then it will go through Amazon's entire catalog and filter these things out for us. So in here, you can use any set of filters that you want. I definitely have a few that I prefer. And in this video, I'll be showing you one set of filters that I want it to search through Amazon for. If you guys leave 50 likes and 20 comments, I'll give you 2 more sets of amazing filters. They're kind of my custom special sauce filters that I've come up with over the last 6 years. Ultimately, whether you end up finding your product organically, like in a store, or you had your own idea already, or you find it using the software that we're about to get into, you will then need to analyze this niche as a whole on Amazon. So whether you're finding your product from those 2 paths, we are going to get into that just after this, but we need to do this filtering first. The categories that I most prefer are on the screen now. So you got arts, automotive, baby products, grocery, health and household, home and kitchen, industrial and scientific, kitchen and dining, office products, and pet supplies. You can choose any category that you want. These have just lately been my favorite categories. These filters are all customizable. I've done a price between $9 and $50 with 200 to 500 monthly units in sales. Review count, once again, this is up to you. I usually say no more than 500 reviews for the products that you're comparing against. And then for the other filters, I've kind of attempted to sort out products that aren't very good. So they don't have the maximum amount of images and the review rating isn't as high as it could be. So this is showing us products that are still selling well, but there's room for improvement because their listing isn't that great and their reviews aren't completely happy with the product. And then I've just done some other things like keeping the weight down, keeping the size tiers down. I assume most of you guys don't want to spend too much money with your first product, so I've accounted for that with this search. And then we're going to hit search. Now this set of filters is good, but I have some very specific ones that I use for myself. If you guys want those, make sure you comment down below. Once we get 20 comments, I'll be revealing that exact set of filters. So as you guys can see, Helium 10 has now filtered for products that meet all of the criteria that we punched in. And now it's time for us to go through them in order and see if we can find any opportunities. So this is the long and tedious process. I'm literally just looking at every single image and seeing if it fits my mental criteria for something that can be improved and something that I could source with the right type of margins. Okay, so actually immediately on the fourth product here, I actually am very interested by this. It's a 4-pack of wooden teacups. And so I was planning on scrolling through a lot more. Usually it takes pages and pages before you find anything, but honestly, this is great. So let's just run with it. So here's where our two thoughts converge. If you found a product organically, or if you found this product through software, we're going to take the main keyword, we're going to go over to Amazon.com, put it in the search bar, and then we're going to analyze all your competitors. So for here we have, I would call these Japanese wooden teacups. Let's go over to Amazon and check out the niche. All right, so now that we've searched the keyword, it's on to phase 2 of using Helium 10 to analyze this niche. So we have to download the Chrome extension, which I've already done here. You then select X-ray, and these Chrome extensions basically aggregate all the data, they estimate the sales, and they put it in a nice little format here so that you can make decisions really quickly. If you're doing this organically, it would take so much longer. So this next part is very important. We need to analyze the niche. So you're essentially going to look at the top 10 listings, but you need to exclude any ones that say SP here. It means that they're sponsored, and so we want to exclude that data because they didn't earn their ranking here. So I've selected the sponsored products. I'm going to remove them so they don't mess with our data. And now we have a nice list of the top 10 or so wooden Japanese teacups. First thing I'm going to look at is the seller country / region. You can see only one of them is actually being sold by Amazon itself, so that's acceptable. If these were all sold by Amazon, we would probably move on. We don't want to be competing with Amazon. Now, the second thing I immediately look at is the sales. So hopefully the top 10 products are all getting a decent amount of sales. It is a little bit disappointing to see that some of these listings aren't even making sales, but sometimes the softwares aren't perfect in that lower range. Like I find that, for example, they say maybe 10 sales a month when in reality it's 50. They're very accurate near the top when it's estimating 10,000 sales a month, but as you get lower and lower, they tend to underestimate a bit. Another thing you have to remember is the amount of reviews and the review quality. So firstly, if there's a ton of reviews, like these sellers have 1,000+ reviews, well, they're accumulating these reviews over time, right? So that means that this product's been selling for a while and it's been making a lot of sales. That can mean that the niche is more competitive. Reviews don't always mean that, but a higher amount of reviews across all the sellers can mean that the product is more competitive and it will take you longer to catch up to their amount of reviews once you start selling. And then the other thing to consider is their star rating. So if all your competitors are 4.0, that's actually a pretty low rating. And that's meaning that customers aren't really enjoying the product that much. And so if you can identify that pain point and improve the product and have a higher rating, you're going to sell a lot more. That's a major advantage if you come into the niche with like a 4.3 star rating and everyone else is at 4.0. Next, we're just looking at the price and we're basically making a judgment call. So you can see this top seller, he's selling for $21. He's making 130 sales per month. That's amazing. That's a very successful product. But ideally, you want 5 to 10 sellers that are selling pretty well on this page. As we're sorting through these products here, the formula that I'm kind of making in my head is essentially sales divided by competition multiplied by a factor of how much you can improve the product. So what I mean by sales is, are they making an amount of sales that you would be happy with? What I mean by competition is, how many sellers are there and how good is their product? And then how much you can improve the product is just a mental metric that you're basically going to come up with. This is not a numerical formula, but it's a way to think about it so that you can start to insert yourself into these niches. So let's say that all of these sellers are making an adequate amount of sales. You're now essentially inserting your product and assuming, okay, if I could rank there similar with where they are, then I could make a similar amount of sales as them. If the guy in the 4th rank is selling 100 units per month, then if you ranked 4th, you could probably sell 100 units per month. And maybe even more if you have a better product. But next we need to actually calculate the profitability. Okay, so let's click on the top listing here. Go to the Chrome extension and run the profitability calculator here. they've pulled his dimensions and weight, and they've estimated unit manufacturing cost. We can adjust this after we look at some real prices from sellers on Alibaba. In my opinion, this would probably be manufacturing for about $3. Once again, you'd have to go do this for yourself, but you'd get some quotes from Alibaba and check the landed cost of goods for shipping this product over. It would be somewhere around $3 per unit. I've put the freight cost to 0 because I've already kind of factored that into the unit manufacturing cost. So inside Helium 10's profitability calculator, they've estimated the fees, and I've put a $3 unit manufacturing cost, and that's all you need to do. It then gives you a ROI and a margin, and they're great. So we got 41% margin, 273% ROI. Anything above 30% margin and 100% ROI is great, and so if you were able to source this product for $3 from China, this would be an amazing product. Just keep in mind that this is the seller with the highest price and the most sales, so it doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be able to do the exact same, but this is a great starting point. So guys, keep in mind, I just found a product extremely quickly that I actually think is probably 8 out of 10 good. I would like to see a few more sellers making more sales, but honestly, the margins are great, the profitability is great, and I think I could launch this product in this market and maybe make $1,000 profit per month. Seriously. We would need to find a way to improve the quality or add more cups or do something to improve the product, but there is a lot of potential here. The number one thing I would do would be contacting manufacturers and attempting to use a different type of wood or a higher quality type of wood and seeing if we could build a sturdier, better product than the ones that are currently selling. Okay, so it usually doesn't work out this well that we find a pretty good product that immediately, but I love this product. I think these sellers are selling an adequate amount of units. Obviously, it depends on your goal. I'd say if you ranked number 3 or 4 and had a good quality product at a reasonable price, you'd probably profit $1,000 to $1,200 per month from this product. So using the product searcher with these softwares is my favorite way to find products, but there is a second way. I know other sellers that have used this method to find highly profitable products for themselves. And so what you do here is you go over from the product section to the keyword section, and this is analyzing entire keywords, right? So it's completely different than searching by product. So here's an example of how you could use the keywords tool. So you're searching for keywords that have 10 to 15K search volume. That means monthly searches, $9 to $50 in price, a maximum of 500 reviews with a little bit lower quality. So the review rating is 4.5. And the word count is how many words in the keyword. So I put maximum of 3. You then hit search, and I have been shown 65 phrases. So these 65 keyword phrases match those criteria that we put in above. And so then from here, these are individual niches, right? So it's not individual products. And so what we're doing in here is this is giving us ideas. We would go search this product in Amazon like I just showed you guys with the product research. And so here's an example of what I would do. I see this one, it looks interesting, 10,000 plus searches per month. It's called an acrylic cutting board. We copy and paste that keyword and we search it on Amazon. We then run the Helium 10 Chrome extension once again and we analyze the entire market. You're looking at seller country, we're looking at monthly sales. This opportunity has a lot more sales, so it likely has a lot more competition as well, but obviously a higher ceiling for more profit. And then we're checking for things like profitability. We already did that. We're looking at the products and thinking, okay, can we improve this? Can we add one more cutting board? Can we make some type of design change? Anything like that, where if we think we can improve the product, then it becomes a product that potentially we could sell. When you're trying to find a way to optimize these products and make them better than your competitors, I would go check those competitors' listings, look at their photos. If they have amazing photos, maybe not so good. But if they have poor quality photos and despite that they're selling well, that's a great opportunity. Additionally, you could go look at their bad reviews, see what customers are complaining about, and then address those product complaints when you go custom make your product for yourself. I prefer at least 5 of my top 10 competitors to have less than 500 reviews in any niche that I enter. I know that was quick, but it works basically the same way as the product finder. You're just finding entire niches and you're searching by keyword volume rather than searching by individual products and then having to go analyze the entire niche over on Amazon. All of this advice has to be adopted into your own strategy. It is completely different if you're trying to make $1,000 profit per month versus if you're trying to make $20,000 per month. Personally, when I launch products, I try to go for $1,000 profit per month, but like I said, completely up to you. So that's a wrap on our product research masterclass. I know it's pretty tedious, but you need to put the hours in if you want this to turn into a successful business. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Like I said, I need 20 comments and 50 likes if you guys want me to reveal my exact criteria for finding my favorite products on Helium 10. The discount's in the link below. And with that said, thank you guys for watching. I hope that helped. Let's find you guys some amazing products so you can start selling on Amazon yourselves. Take care, guys.